This video is sponsored by the Excelsior Sporting Club, Lion Paw Security Services, and Sigma Sports Management.
Welcome back to Slothbox. I'm Lyndon Dixon, and today I'm joined by super middleweight Alantez Fox. Alantez, how are you, mate?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain at all, man. I feel strong.
Good. I mean, a bit of an unorthodox interview today. I mean, straight from the barber shop. You're working, you're grinding. How long have you been cutting hair?
I've actually been a barber for about 12 years now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Let's get straight into it. As a youngster, your dad trained both you and your brother Mike.
For sure.
Every day as a kid, but that led you to have about 200 amateur fights. But when did you know that boxing was the thing for you? When did you fall in love?
Honestly, my father tested this. I knew at like 12 years old that I was gonna be a boxer. I told everybody I knew I was gonna be a boxer, man. Honestly speaking, I kind of given up on school and everything. I was like, man, no, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do forever. You know, I want to be a boxer. I want to be all I can be as a Panther. You know what I mean?
So, but you turned pro quite young. I was just wondering, what was the reasons behind that? Had you had enough of the amateurs by then? I mean, 200 amateur bouts. I mean, I think that's plenty of experience to go with.
So yeah, honestly speaking, I think I made a bad decision as a youngster. I really made a bad decision on going pro because I thought I wanted some money. I thought I wanted more money and everything. But looking back, I definitely probably should have went ahead and tried out for the Olympics and everything. But that's the past, of course. But I mean, in retrospect, it's 2020. I mean, hindsight is 2020. But I definitely at that point in time thought maybe this amateur stuff ain't gonna be for me, man, no more, because I need to get some money.
Well, you turned pro back in 2010 on a show in Pennsylvania. I mean,
yes,
every fighter talks about that debut. You only get it once. Tell me about how that night went for you, mate.
So this is the funniest thing is I wasn't nervous starting off, right? I wasn't nervous like before I went in the ring, but when I got in the ring for my first fight, my legs it's like they died when they started feeling like cinder blocks. I'm serious, bro. I felt like I couldn't move. I was supposed to step into my jab, one step into my jab. Just wasn't doing anything really I probably would normally do. I just felt the nerves had gotten the best of me. And so by the end of the first round, I pretty much broke out of that. I think I caught the guy with a shot that hurt him. I turned him, he kind of fell through the ropes. I mean, now it would be considered a drop, but it is what it is. And after that, man, I made sure the rest of my pro debut just exceptional.
But yeah, talk to me about that first title. I mean,
we're all happy with the results. We're happy.
Sorry. There we go. Talk to me about that first title you got. It was the WBC USA middleweight title. I mean, every fighter's chasing that first strap around their waist. Did it feel like the hard work was finally starting to pay off?
I would say it one more time.
So when you won that first title, the WBC USA middleweight title, did it feel like that hard work started to pay off? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. In the ring, I didn't cry. I didn't really show too much emotions other than being happy. But when I got back to the hotel and I got to talk to my father and my brother, I did cry a little bit. And there's been so much time. I've taken so much time throughout my career, my pro career. I've taken so much time off, maybe in total 3 years of just off time doing promotion and all that. So at that point in time, I felt like maybe things was gonna start paying off, and they were. They were. No, thank you. They were paying off. So I mean, I was very much happy. I was overwhelmed with joy because of that. You know what I mean? So I did shed a few tears.
I mean, talking of emotions, your first loss came to Demetrius Andrade pretty early on in your career. I mean, you both had great records at the time. How did you react to that? Because more often than not, fighters will get a loss in their career, but how did you react to that and move on?
Initially, I was very upset. Of course, I mean, not initially. I was upset the whole time, but I was less upset knowing that I had hurt something. I was like, man, I'm in a lot of pain right now. So
Mm.
in that fight, the first round, I told my rotator cuff, and then throughout the rest of the fight, still using that arm, I told my ulnar collateral ligament and my elbow, my biceps tendon, and my labrum, which is the cartilage that holds your shoulder in place so that it can stay there. So, I'm in pain without knowing what's going on, and I just kept fighting.
Mm.
And then, I was more emotional about the fight because my father's words after the fight. He was really disappointed, and
Mm.
he really harped on how disappointed he was, and that upset me more than anything. I felt like I had I felt like I had let my people down. You know what I mean?
Mm. Well, fast forward to now. I mean, you had 28 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Some
Mm-hmm.
cracking opponents in there as well. Talk to me a little bit about how the journey's been so far. I mean, there's obviously been ups and downs, but talk to me about that journey, man.
Journey like any other journey. I feel like at first, of course, after my first loss, I never want to take another loss again. But I think the world has made it so that everyone wants to be undefeated all the time,
Mm.
and it's impossible. Everybody can't be undefeated. Somebody has to lose some way, somehow, unless everybody has draws. And it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So 4 losses in my career honestly don't mean that I can't become a world champion. It just means my work might be my road might be a little harder. You know what I mean? Look at Tevin Farm. He had 4 losses before he became world champion. And he's a hell of a fighter. I love Tevin Farmer. If I saw him, every time I see Tevin Farmer, he shows me and my brother love. My whole camp, he shows my whole camp love. So, it's a rough go. I know it's gonna be a rough go, but the bottom line is I'm just keep it working, keep it moving.
Mm. Well, talk to me about keeping it moving. What's next for you? You said early on that you're in camp. Talk to me about what's next.
So on October 7th in Vegas, in Las Vegas, we'll be fighting Bektaman Malakuziev on the Zerto Ramirez Joe Smith undercard. Will
Mm.
actually be we just got moved up to the co-main event for that. So I'm very, very much excited about that.
Yeah.
Very much
How's
excited about that. Looking forward to that.
how is camp going for that one? I mean, like you say, co-main event. It's a big occasion. Talk to me about how camp's been for that one.
Camp's been amazing, man. We've been getting some good sparring, we got some great work in, and I think our last sparring session was either yesterday or we may spar tomorrow, but more than likely not. So I'm making sure my weight's good and everything. But we go out of town on Sunday, so now it's just kind of putting, fine tuning some of my some of my tools and everything, but sharpening my tools and everything, just making sure I'm good. I'm where I need to be at, But other than that, man, I feel like it's my season, so that's it. I'm here. I'm here to work.
Mm. Well, moving on from yourself a little bit, a huge fight that we got coming up very soon. In my opinion, I feel like this fight's crept up on us. Canelo Alvarez against Jamel Charlo.
Charlo.
Yes. Talk to me about your predictions for that one. I mean, I saw the face-to-face, I think it was yesterday, and some people were saying,
When was today?
yeah, Charlo looks a little bit nervous there.
Smart.
But I don't know, you can't take too much from that. But what do you think to that one?
I think so there is weight classes for a reason, right?
Mm.
Charlo, to me, Jamel Charlo possesses the skills and the attributes to beat Canelo and to give Canelo big problems. But I just think Canelo being used to being bigger makes a big difference.
Mm.
Jamel Charlo was a hell of a fighter. Both of the Charlo brothers are like great fighters, to be honest with you. And like I said, if you watch Jamel's last 2 fights, the adjustment he made from the first fight to the second fight, he looked incredible. And then he ended up stopping Castaño, and I mean that in itself was to me a testament to his skills and his ability to readjust.
Mm.
Derek James Derek James is there now, but that could be it. But They did a hell of a thing. They did a hell of a thing. Making sure that they came back with a new plan, with a new, with a new strategy to make sure that they got that victory by stunning knockout.
Mm. Talk to me a little bit more about Canelo's next move. I mean, there's talks of him fighting Crawford next, and that would be a huge fight in boxing. Talk to me about how you'd see that one going.
Again, it's weight class for a reason.
Yes,
Going from 147 to, I guess, 160. I guess that's what they mean. That I mean, it's a hell of fine money move. And Terrence Crawford he's showing you that he is one of the best talents, the best thinkers, the best boxers on the planet right now. And I mean, if he fought Canelo, I mean, again, it's like you do possess the attributes. You possess what you have to beat him. But is he gonna be too big? Can he bully you? Can he push you around? Are you strong enough? To go to 160 and fight this guy. With a punch make a difference. You know what I'm saying? The punch, a punch from a bigger man on your arms makes a difference in my mind.
Yeah.
Even if you are blocking it, that punch to your arm, it hurts a lot more.
I want to talk a little bit more about Charlo. Well, the Charlo brothers specifically. I mean, there's not many brothers in boxing, but you're one of them. Your brother Mike.
Yeah, for sure.
But what do you think to the whole Charlo brother beef? I mean, Jamel was talking about if he ain't there on Saturday, then he's not too bothered. I mean, what do you think to this whole situation, man? Because as a sibling myself, I'd hate to be at my sibling's throat. So, in terms of boxing, how do you see that, man?
It's crazy watching those two actually have any type of conflict, because they seem so stuck on one another. So it's kind of crazy watching it. I mean, for me, like I don't think there could ever be a time where I beefed with my brother. We aren't twins, but we're very close. Like right now we live together. And shout out to Mike Foss. He just got married. He about to move with his wife. So I don't see a reason for him and I to beef. We've had issues, of course. I mean, as brothers do, but for the difference. I mean, with the Charlo twins. I mean, I'm not really sure how you keep that beef going. I mean, no matter what. I mean, you don't want to see your brother lose. So I'm positive that Jamal is going to be there, rooting for him 100%, regardless of whether they were beefing or not.
Well, last question from me. It's been a pleasure speaking to you so far, but I just want to talk about, obviously it's the end of the year, you fight in a week or so, but where do you see yourself come the end of next year? What's the hopes? What's the ambitions? What are you chasing by the end of 2024?
So at the end of 2023, I mean, that they will have seen that I am still a force to be reckoned with. At the end of 2024, I will have moved up the rankings. There are, like my last loss was to Eric Bazignan, but there were some unknown factors. I don't make any excuses. There's some unknown factors that helped him to secure the victory over me. But at the same time, I don't feel like I don't feel like a person like that can beat me at my best. I won't allow anyone else to beat me at my best. I feel like right now, the way I'm feeling, I feel incredible. I don't feel like even with this, with Beck the Bully, I don't feel like Beck can beat me. You don't. I saw Gabriel Rosado. He said you can bully the bully. I'm not gonna bully the bully. I'm gonna finesse the bully. Make him think make him think he's getting all he wants. Make him think he's getting all he wants until you run him into a trap. That's just how that works.
Well, like I said, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today.
Thank you, Lyndon.
No worries, man. I've been Lyndon Dixon. He's been Alantez Fox, and we will see you on the next one.
Appreciate you, bro.